the gym, no cameras. I think I see blood, no Dracula. I'm an animal, eating up amateurs. Too active, y'all can't handle it. No taxing, we'll dismantle it. Shake up the building and ramble it. Whip it, shut up the critics and analysts. Come through dripping, I'ma set it off. Game after game, you can bet it off. Quarterback got range if you block them all. Quarterback did an option and set it off. Duck, goose, linebacker coming through. Yeah, hit him with the spin of the Jew. Yeah, we gon' blow your block like a new. Yeah, and I spend a dime every two. We gon' lock down on the offense. Bust down the skeleton fossil. I'm not addressing the problem. Julio on the post, you can't stop him. Pick it up, running back, it's no problem. I'm running behind the block, they gon' block him. Quavo Yoda, I'm offset Chewbacca. Watch the blitz on the left, we gon' block him. We some animal, yeah, we some goblin. Man to man, we gon' cover you properly. Man to man, you can't beat me in pocket.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one in store between the Oklahoma City Bisons and the Tennessee Titans. With that, let's get you up to Nashville and Nissan Stadium. For the call, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Oklahoma City Bison and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for visiting Oklahoma City, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5.
And they had it easy last week. They jumped out to an early lead and then put it on cruise control from there.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
What I enjoyed this week is that you asked to talk to his offensive center before the game and find out a little bit more about him and what the relationship is. And that was a pretty positive story, wasn't it?
Yeah, and really what I took away from that is just how it has permeated throughout the entire offensive line, the relationship they've had. It's really a group that's in sync.
They care about him. That's the thing. They really care. And when you care that much, you're going to play that much harder for him and give a better chance to lead the team to wins.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield, and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Williams. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more
pressure up the middle, and down he goes. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to take a shot. Oh, wide open, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. And they rattle off a big one. 49 yards.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
holding offense.
Umpire through the flag usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys have taken a first-quarter lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it. And I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. A look there at the starters on the defensive side of the ball. They played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago. One
thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
On first down, Drake. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward, incomplete pass. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they get on the board, trailing now 8-3. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Will Parks there in coverage to knock it away.
Well, you've got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in this first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there, wanting to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking deep downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And what a big-time play there. 54 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown. In for the score. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start...
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Flushed out right. He'll air it out deep for Thomas, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant the flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And a huge play that time. 45 yards.
Detroit!
Back to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
This will be fielded at the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
False start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw
Still
it,
second down.
you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quicker.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been prepping for. On 1st and goal, Drake. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Kenyon Drake, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So that drive, 4 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here now the offense heading back out there. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39. All right, now, lucky 56.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to air one out. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
They'll set up to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Brandon, their last miss on third down, they actually were able to alleviate it because they picked it up with a fourth down conversion. I don't know that they'd be wise to try and do that again here. To me, you got to pump the ball away.
They'll set up a throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
They're going to look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. In for the score. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession.
It got his man complete. A big play there. 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's caught. Touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Now a toss coming right side. That's Williamson. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A big play that time for the Titans. And even 50 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Open space inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. And they've got it here with a first down.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And that's incomplete. The tight end, Max Williams, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. 3rd and goal, it's Drake. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. It's about a 3-yard pickup there, but more importantly, they're still a few yards away here. It's now 4th down and goal.
And they might think about going for it here, but it's still just the second quarter. Take the 3 points, tell the defense you believe in them, and let them get the ball back for you.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Returning it, John Ross. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 68 yards. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since 1950. This is another person that's tied it, but think about this. Bob Shaw said it in 1950. Kellen Winslow came along and tied it. And then, of course, Jerry Rice tied it as well. And finally, we're seeing it here one more time. Phenomenal.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
39! Green 39!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going deep here. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. The intended receiver there, Allen. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them.
That's caught inside the 20. And he will take it in for the touchdown. A big play there. 52 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for two. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record. 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving them time to throw the ball. A true team record. But he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their team...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Throwing to start the drive, but that went incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Flush to his right. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Detroit!
He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he gets into the end zone for the touchdown. Michael Thomas, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Detroit! Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Back to throw now on first down. He'll rifle this one deep. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown. A big play there. 52 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Titans now. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, first and goal.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
They'll look to throw here. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. They'll look to throw, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown.
And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. In for the score. And this offense continues to pour it on. Now Tucker to add the PAT. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And that is incomplete. They've got this big lead. They said, forget one. We want 2. Instead, they got 0.
Unbelievable they didn't even attempt it from the 15-yard line. What are they thinking? I do know this. When you fake one in this situation with that type of a lead, especially from the 15-yard line, oh, boy. I tell you what, meeting them again somewhere down the line, they'll remember this. Yeah, they'll think that they were trying to clown them a little bit.
Green 39.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's third down.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? Third and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Now here's Ross. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and possession will switch hands, first and 10. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. And the early going, it's the Texans out in front. Nick Foles, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there. 43 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Back to throw here. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Back to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
Yes, sir.
And it's caught. Touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And this offense is running away with this one. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route ordinarily is probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now let's talk about Kenyon Drake. He's just been looking for some space. I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game. With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help. Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
He'll look to throw. And incomplete. Almost intercepted. The D lineman almost had it. Couldn't hang on. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He's going to look deep down the field. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the end. And it's caught. Touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his first touchdown on the year. And this offense continues to pour it on. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now back to throw. And the pressure gets to him again.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Set! Green 39! Green 39! Safety creep!
They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Ross on the return.
Illegal block in the back. Return team.
Penalty stings big time there. Wipes away a very good return.
And they work out it so hard because the goal is give yourself some space for your offense to really work. Try and gain an additional first down outside the 20 or 25-yard line. Instead, this one's going to come back.
They'll drop the throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And it's caught. Touchdown. In for the score. And this offense is running away with this one.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now a toss coming right side. That's Williamson. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive. I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, Drake. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now a timeout being called as there's an injured Titan down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He's been terrific so far. Dorsett on the return. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now he'll let it go deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
And space opened up a bit. He's able to take this up past the 10. 9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. The second half upon us sooner than we bargained for. Week 7, second half. Let's do it. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this third quarter. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very confident.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
All right, here we go. Green.
Now a play fake here on first down. Caught left side, Williams. And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 6 there on first. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Here we go now.
Looking to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a defensive...
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he's going to throw deep right side. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go! 3-19!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there, so he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability and a sack result.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here, he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And they rattle off a big one. 49 yards.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Going to throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you've got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah, no doubt about it. You can get it to him short, and he can make plays that way, but I like what you just said. Throw it to him deep and get it in a big chunk.
But incomplete on that try. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. Marquise Goodwin. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And this offense continues to pour it on. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that type of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. We've seen him be good so far. He's hoping to continue that trend here in quarter number 3.
And typically when you see guys running it this well, they see the game in slow motion, don't they? They see the cuts happen. They see the blocks happen. They feel really good about their vision, and then they use their legs to find that open space.
And he's had some good help up front to boot. Going up top. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Man open left side, it's Williams. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Lucky. You know that's one that he would love to have back. That should have been picked off. Threw that one into a crowd. He's just so fortunate the defender couldn't react fast enough and get his hands up.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans.
False start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Let's go!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. As his guys are in for 6. And the Titans are able to get a score back.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
F3 touchdown passes. You're right, he looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
Going for the deep ball. He's got a man. Complete. A gain of 39 that time. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10.
Gone! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here on first down. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Detroit!
They'll set up to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
They're going to look to throw. Deep ball for Goodwin. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Well, fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Hurry up, here we go. Green, 39.
They go play action here on first down. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it down here to the 43. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
He'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
This will be caught at about the 6. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Detroit! Detroit!
On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know the drill.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. in for the score. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to let this one. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be. Back now in Nashville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
On the move to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Jurrell Casey coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the fourth, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed, it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year if points are going to come into the tiebreaker if we're trying to get into the playoffs. That's always the standard justification.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They'll look to throw for it on third and 1. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And here now the offense heading back out there. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part, because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories, but you know what I was calling?
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A big play there. Finding the end zone yet again. And this offense is running away with this one. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
Partner, that type of a lead, and they're going to fake it from the 15 to try and pick up a 2-point play instead of kicking it through the post. Come on, man. Put that in mothballs. Come on. Don't do that.
Put that in mothballs.
Yeah, preserve that for it. That's an ancient relic, faking it. I can understand you want to rub it in a little. You fake it when you snapped it from the 3. But from the 15, Mothball that bad boy, just like my grandmother had.
Yeah,
in her attic, the stuff she used to preserve.
Did the same. It smells terrible. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 30.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Back-to-back nice plays for Tennessee. Another first down for the Titans.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well, and a first down.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Back to throw now on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19. Check. Gun. Hot.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it in for the touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And this offense continues to pour it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them
I was
to do
going to
that?
ask you,
What was
maybe
that?
they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
Here's Dorsett. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Gun!
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Not too many missteps in the red zone thus far. He was going for his 5th touchdown pass. His man couldn't shake free there, but boy, you know he's going to take another shot before this one's over.
Yeah, exactly, because 3 is good, 4 is excellent. You get 5, that's a whale of a game. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And it's caught. Touchdown. In for the score. And this offense is running away with this one.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? No. I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Back to throw again. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And he will not make it to the goal line as his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll drop the throw. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
All right, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Looking to throw, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. That is incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Open man, it's Allen. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Daniil Hunter in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll set up to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
That's right. He's then with the Eagles. And I believe...
And got his man complete. Past the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this is caught in the middle of the field. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Set. Green 39.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll set up a throw. Try to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times before that, there have been guys who've gotten 4 interceptions or more in a game.
And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
And we'll see if they go back to base. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Now let's go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Give him 30 yards there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not.